All right.
We're Keith and Dev. Our goal is to make the most of each day, with adventures big and small. In 2021, we explored Canada, from Ontario all the way to Vancouver. And this year, we flew to Europe.
Subscribe to follow along. Right?
So we last left you at the Mezquita-Catedral, where we dropped off my parents. We then went back to Paula and Daniel's for 2 nights, learn how to play paddle. Then drove back to Mezquita-Catedral, picked up my folks, and drove the long trek down to Toledo for the night. Which, we stayed in Toledo, we spent the evening there. It's really beautiful. It actually used to be the capital of Spain back in the day.
Yeah, the king used to live there until he outgrew it and then moved to Madrid.
After that, we woke up the next morning quite early. It was raining, so we didn't film much, and drove straight to Cordoba. In Cordoba, there was this incredible mosque/church
called the Mezquita, and I have to say, this was the most impressive building I've ever been in, hands down.
The Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba has been swapped back and forth between Christians and Muslims for centuries. What is so amazing is that the structures of the other religions were never taken down or replaced, only added on to. You can see the mix of the two religions everywhere, and it's incredible.
It is believed that some 2,000 years ago, the site on which the mosque is built was the location of a Roman temple dedicated to the Roman god Janus. It was later converted into a Visigoth church. In 784, a Moorish ruler then purchased the Christian half in order to build a great mosque. In 1236, Cordoba fell to Ferdinand III, and in 1538, under the reign of Charles V, parts of the original structure was torn down to build a cathedral, and a cathedral was built inside the mosque.
Amazing.
It was so incredible. Like, if you have the chance to travel to Spain and you have a car, make Cordoba a stop on your list. Especially because we were able to just do it literally in an afternoon. We didn't even stay there. We went and saw the Mezquita?
The Mezquita. Mezquita?
So, from Cordoba, we left and drove all the way down the coast to Estepona.
Between Estepona and Marbella, where our resort was.
Yeah, and so we were staying there. The plan was to stay there with my folks for a week.
Their second week.
And see some of the places all around there and explore the area. So we got there and it was great, and then Keith started getting a sore throat.
Yeah, so I got some familiar symptoms, let's say. I had a sore throat, I was tired, I had some congestion in my face, and so...
To be honest, we were like, oh, Keith, you probably, we've been traveling a lot. We've done so much, literally. We just banged out a bunch of things in a bunch of days. So we were like, you're tired.
Yeah, low immune system, but I had a hunch.
But yeah, he was like, no, I
had a
don't
hunch.
feel well. My parents luckily brought some antigen tests with them from Canada. So we're like, no harm, no foul. Keith, do a test. Let's just see, get it off the table so we can get about with our week.
I did a test, and sure enough, I was positive for COVID. Lori also felt really off, and she started coughing, and she sort of felt the same way as me, mainly fatigue as well.
Yeah, she wasn't coughing yet. She just started feeling that sore throat.
Getting that tickle in the throat, which I had.
So she also did a test the same morning.
And boom, positive.
All right. Also positive. So 2 out of the 4 of us had the Ronies, which meant we were literally all driving together. We're living in the same place. So we all isolated.
This is my COVID recovery right here.
COVID quarantine.
Mommy's not feeling so good.
She's doing good for COVID situations. How about Keith? How's this guy doing?
Whoa.
We had to figure out what the heck our plans were gonna be, because we were supposed to leave for Morocco.
That's right.
5 days after we arrived at this resort.
And Andre and Lori were supposed to leave a week after arriving at the resort, but they had to change their plans entirely, and that was quite chaotic.
Yeah,
for
so
them.
they were supposed to fly home to Canada, obviously, but first of all, none of us could leave because we all had the Ronies. And second of all, you're not allowed to fly until you get either a certification, we've learned.
A certificate.
A certificate saying it's been like this long
A
since you
certificate
had
of
it.
recovery is what they needed to get.
There was a lot of admin stuff that happened and lots of long wait
Rebooking
times.
flights.
I don't think the 1-800 number matters.
Well, it's 1-800 though.
Yeah, no, but I think it all veers you to the same office.
And imagining different scenarios and trying to figure that out. But essentially what happened is that Andre and Lori got a doctor to come in and test them so they could start their their 10 days, actually 7 days in Spain, 10 days in Canada, I think, their 7 days of recovery and get their certificate of recovery, which they needed for their flight home.
So that meant we all extended our trip in Spain together for a week, which honestly was a blessing in disguise because we got to spend more time with them.
We cannot express how fortunate we were to get COVID with Andre and Laurie together in a resort.
We got it, but it was inevitable. And we have it with the parents, which is great. It's not that bad. It's pretty good, actually. We're very lucky to be in such a nice COVID situation and also to be healthy enough to just... My cold in November was far worse than this.
In a very peaceful place.
Yeah, because we were all able to just hang out and be chill. And luckily none of us got any really bad symptoms.
The worst it was for me, I think, out of the four of us. And it was like a bad cold for 2 days, 3 days, and then mainly fatigue that stretched out for those 7 days, actually. Pretty accurate for Spain's recovery time. It's about 7 days.
We isolated at the resort and we were able to still go on walks, the four of us. We made sure we kept our total distance from lots of other people, but we were lucky because we had a car so we could drive to places that were isolated and go for walks.
Laurie's still coughing, feeling better. Went for a hike nearby. Avoided people, obviously, but it's nice to go outside and to explore some stuff. There might be cork trees here, apparently. A cork tree. I told Andre not to bring his coat or his rain jacket, and now he's salty about it.
Yeah, well, geez, I battled COVID. I won. I'm out. And now I'm going to get pneumonia because of keep.
What a way. Good. How you feeling?
I'm pretty good.
You okay?
Yeah. Low energy, but I'm good.
Low energy? Throat's a bit sore.
No, it's not anymore. Throat's good, it's just low energy. We hung out a lot in a hotel room.
We did, which was really nice because it was peaceful. We had our house coats. It was just relaxing.
Yes.
And we drank a good amount of wine with Andre and Laurie.
Yes, so it was really nice. And then because we had to be there another week, by the time our second week rolled around, we had done our isolation, so we were able to actually enjoy the resort. So thanks to Paula and Daniel teaching us about paddle, we literally played paddle every single day.
Every day.
Once we were able to.
Yeah, it was amazing. Honestly, I think it's, to personally, I like it way more than tennis. And it's way more inclusive as a sport than squash or tennis would be, I find. The serves are easy and it's a lot of fun. We played the four of us every day. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
It was really good. We also played some mini putt together.
I think we're gonna be here for a while.
Oh,
Keith! Oh. I spoke too soon.
yeah.
I actually got it on video.
Fire me up.
Keith
does.
goes
We all
in for
learn
the
from
shot.
Oh!
Jumping, Jennifer. Oh my goodness.
We started getting in a routine where we would do yoga in the morning. And go for a hot tub and coffee. So, and looking on the positive side of things, feel very lucky that we had an extra week together.
Yeah. And pretty lucky that we got COVID in such a safe place.
Yeah.
In such a isolated, comfortable time for us.
Yeah.
It really wasn't chaotic for us. It was mainly chaotic for Andre and Laurie. For them, they had to change their flights and then do all this stuff. At one point, they were on hold for like 4 hours with tap air.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
They're very good role models for us as well in how patient and calm they were with everything, because that was not part of their plan to stay an extra week, and a lot changed really quickly. And in terms of COVID as well, we are all four of us are triple vaxxed, and I think obviously that helped a ton in what COVID looked like for us. And so hopefully now this just means our immune systems will be even stronger.
We can go around licking doorknobs now.
He loves to lick doorknobs.
I'm kidding.
So we're actually in the future right now, and we're in Mallorca, Spain. So spoiler, that's where we end up after southern Spain. Because while we were together with my parents, honestly, first recovering and then just
I was
hanging
actually pretty
out.
sick for a few days, so yeah.
We kept saying we were gonna film this while we were there, but then it was my dad's birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday! Glad we got to spend it with you.
That was
So-
awesome. We celebrated his birthday.
Yeah,
Together.
together, which was like such a blessing. Otherwise, they would have left way before his birthday. So it is now actually after we've left my parents. They're actually skiing right now, having
they're
a
in
grand
Vermont.
old time. So
They're
they're
recovered.
100% better too.
They made it.
Hi, we're back from Spain after a long COVID or an extended COVID stay.
Feeling great, back on the slopes and missing our COVID isolation buddies.
They made it home, they've got their certificates, everything's great. But we still have some more adventures that we did with them in Spain once our isolation was finished.
That's right. So our next videos are going to be back when we were in southern Spain.
Keeping our same trajectory. So there's a little time warp for you. But we just wanted to say thank you for watching this video and putting up with our ups and downs of this trip and us having no idea kind of what the heck we're doing.
I mean, when you travel the world, you have to be pretty flexible and
We're learning
adventurous. But we're doing this during sort of one of the weirdest times ever in terms of travel and international borders, and you know, so we got to remain even more on our toes and even more flexible, and so a lot to learn.
Exactly. Everyone is healthy and we're so thankful for that. If you're triple vaxxed, don't be too worried about COVID. Hopefully, obviously still be safe. But we feel so grateful that we're healthy and happy and still moving on this trip. This
Still
didn't
moving
stop
around.
us.
It has not stopped us.
So thank you so much for watching. And lastly, thank you so much to my parents for,
The amazing time we had together.
yeah, and for letting us stay with you for another week.
Yeah,
And
I mean, we're so fortunate to
we're
be in
so,
such good hands and good company.
yeah,
Had a
we
great
feel
time.
so grateful. So thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in our next video.
That's right. Thanks for watching.
Mom just said she's gonna stick garlic up her nose.
Up my nose? Up her nose. Don't stick garlic up the nose, Lori. I got a haircut, obviously. But we're in the future. This could be bloopers.
Do you taste Earl Grey tea?
This is lemon. You gave me lemon tea.
No, it's not.
Devon poured an Earl Grey tea and a lemon tea, and I put milk in the lemon tea, obviously. So I'm sleeping in the doghouse.
Yours is Earl Grey and mine's lemon.
Dude, this does not taste like Earl Grey.
It is. I'll show you the containers in the
I will
garbage.
eat this tea.
Don't do that. You waste the rest of your tea.
Yeah, it's Earl Grey.
I know. I did. I made it for you. Oh my god. Okay.